Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty back with Theresia. We're on the final part of Dare Martell. Use bell key. I answer the bell key with the keyhole and turn it. Hear a click. I can feel the lock shift. The door is unlocked. As I enter the room, the stench of chemicals hits me like a slap to the face. There are a bunch of syringes lined up on the shelf. Outside of the window is a thick fog. I can't see through it. I can see some shelves. Looks like there's something on them. An old chair is sitting in the middle of the room. It sits in the middle of the room, small and alone. It is so old and worn that it almost doesn't exist. Test tubes and microscopes, several notes and documents. This looks like a research lab. This paper had chemical equations, numbers, codes, and some notes on it. The desk is covered in dust. I can't read anything that's written on it. I carefully brush away all the dust that's settled on the desk. A cloud of dust still rises into the air, forcing me to cover my nose and mouth. I managed to get rid of most of the dust. Now I can get a good look at what's here. The old research equipment on the desk is cool to the touch. Paper had chemical equations. I look down at it. Bacillus' evolved form needs new DNA. We've discovered a solution, but unfortunately we're almost out of time. Right now, we can't do anything for those who have gone insane. We can't die yet. We'll head underground. If any healthy people find this note, they should follow us underground. There, we will continue work on our last hope to find a new cure for this virus. One more time. I'm trying to look at the test tubes. Oh, stop looking at the note. There's a cabinet here. Looks like there's something inside. Open it. Open the cabinet door. There's some stuff inside. Blowtorch. It burns gas to make heat. Produces a flame after being lit. Well, that's for the flowers. These are a few blowtorches. I think it's just one. I think some of these blowtorches still work. I think I'll take one with me. Rust formed on the bars has fallen off and sits on the ground nearby. Despite the rust, the bars still fit tightly in the windowsill, keeping me from going through. I feel something cold. There is a considerable amount of dust on the chair. I think the flowers are this way. I don't think we could have missed any diary entries, but... Of course, even if we did, I don't think we can go back. Shouldn't it be dark out? Let's look at our journal entries. Missing 4. I think we're on track. Let me look at the map. They really didn't mark off a lot here. Syringe storage room. This room smells like chemicals. Obtained blowtorch. Bathing area. This small courtyard has dark clouds looming above the stagnant air. Must have been fun taking showers in the winter. Research room. I entered this room through the window while chasing that girl. The door to the storage room is covered with epicari. On this door covered with thorns. This door is covered with bright red flowers and thorns. There's our blowtorch. Use a blowtorch. The door is covered in thorny briars. Unless I get them off, I can't open this door. I point the blowtorch at the thorns. The briars are damp and refuse to catch fire. But if I keep pointing the burner at it, I think they will burn. Heat the flame on the briars until I can see the door. I managed to burn away the briars. Now I think I can open this door. Flower petals turn to ash and crumble to the ground. I think I can open the door now. Is this more Theresia on the walls? Oh, we're in the other cell-looking area. Or not. You can't actually interact with any of this stuff. We're on the other side. We've reached the stairs. Just the only door now. Let's check this one first. Now we're back to the softer floor. Is that more iron bars? Yup. What's going on over here? That's a ladder. Let's just ignore that for now. I'm pretty sure that's more where we'll finish. Try this door. Oh, it's a kitchen. There are several tools here. This room has a large shelf and a small oven. There isn't anything of particular interest here. The heck happened here? This oven is made with bricks. It's seen a lot of use and there's ash and charcoal on the outside. It's full of burnt firewood. There's several metal tools inside. This looks like a crowbar. Crowbar's in there pretty good. I don't think I can get it out. Can I get rid of the firewood somehow? Let's set fire to it. Okay, is there 2x4? Oh, torch! I can see a crowbar sticking out of the pile of burnt firewood. It could come in handy, but I don't think I can get it out without getting rid of the firewood first. I try to use the blowtorch to light the wood on fire, but it's not strong enough. The wood's already partially burnt. I don't think I can light it this way. Darn. It's no use. At this rate, I'll run out of gas trying to light this. I need to find something more flammable to help me to get the wood burning. Well, whatever it is, I don't think we have it. This is a pretty big cabinet. It has a glass door, but the glass is fogged up and I can't see what's inside. There's some sort of thick black liquid in the sink. It's probably some kind of oil. I can see through it, so I can't see the bottom of the sink. If I could bottle this, it would be nice, but... I stick my hand into the oil. The oil touches my skin and searing pain shoots up my arm. An agonized grunt pushes through my clenched teeth and I fall to my knees. I guess the oil was hot? It's a pretty big cabinet. The top shelf has a glass door, open glass door. Hinges are rusty and make a squeaky noise as I open the door. A weird-looking arrow buries itself in my hand. There's blood everywhere. It must have hit a vein. Shouldn't that be, like, fatal? Is this the same? Yep, more arrows. There's several tools, but they're all for cooking. Pick up some of them. Wow. Touch cooking utensils, get hit by arrows. And when I do, an arrow flies out of nowhere. Grazes my face, taking some of my skin with it. Might as well leave here. Seems like everything in this room wants to hurt us. horrible stench fills the room. There's something stuck to the sink that looks like mold. I don't think I can get water from it. There's rubble and garbage scattered around the room. I can see something buried in the corner of the room. A 2x4 scattered about. One of these might come in handy for later. Got a new 2x4. Touch the sink. Touch the sink and get something that looks like mold on my fingers. I don't think it's dangerous, but it is kind of gross. There's rubble and garbage all over the room. There's something buried in the corner. In the corner, what is it? I set to work digging it out. Oh, more crossbow bolts. It looks like some crossbow bolts. I decided to take them with me. Said crossbow bolts, we only got one. And look, it's stuff hung up. Dirty clothes that were once white are piled high around the room. That's not piled. Many of them have dried bloodstains. There are a bunch of clothes hanging from a rope on the wall. These look like they could be flammable. Dirty clothes that used to be when hanging from a string pulled across the room. There are a lot of clothes, but they're so small I think they must be children's clothes. Can I use these clothes for something? Yes, for lighting a fire. Clothes are up pretty high. Clothes are way too high. There's no way I can reach them. They're filthy and they look like they've gone stiff for some reason. How about our 2x4s? Knock down with the 2x4. Try to knock down the clothes using the 2x4. But the 2x4 isn't long enough to reach the clothes. Yeesh. Alright, time to fire crossbows. Can we get them all in one hit? There are lots of dirty clothes hung on a rope string across the room. I might be able to use the cloth for something. I load a bolt, point it to the clothes, and fire. One hits the clothes, causing some pieces to fall to the ground. Old clothes. A pile of dirty white clothes. Are these kids' clothes? They might be handy later. Pick up the clothes. Can we even go this way? It's calm and silent. This whole place is so silent. And I look at the keyhole, I notice that it has a picture of a heart on it. Well, at least we know we can't go this way. Use clothes. I can see a crowbar sticking out of the popper firewood. If I burn these clothes... No, I don't think they'll burn very well on their own. Is there anything I can do to make these clothes burn better? No, we have nothing else. I don't know what we're missing then. I mean, there's the oil. Can we put the clothes in the oil? But I don't know why we'd be able to when the oil hurt us before. Soak clothes, apparently. The sink is filled with an oily liquid. Take out the clothes I picked up earlier and soak them in the oil. Oil-soaked clothes. Some clothes that were soaked in oil. They would probably catch on fire quickly. These should burn pretty bright if I can light them. I take the clothes soaked in oil with me. They're heavy and sticky. I burn these oil-soaked clothes. I wrap some of the clothes I'd soaked in oil around the firewood. Now I just have to light this. Little torch. place they also clothes in the stove. If I light these clothes, they should burn pretty well. I aim the blowtorch at the clothes and turn it on. The oil catches on fire instantly. The fire quickly burns through the wood, which crumbles to the floor. After all the wood has been reduced to ash, I grab the crowbar from inside the stove. It should be scalding hot. Crowbar. A steel tool shaped like an L. It's short and sturdy. It could be very useful. This will probably come in handy in the future. I decided to take the crowbar with me. I can only imagine that this is to open the thing underground. A dim light illuminates the wall at the junction. The path ends here. There's just a wall. A painting of a woman is hung on the wall, illuminated by a soft light. There's a rusty hatch on the floor. Does this hatch mean that there's a tunnel that leads underground? Force open a crowbar. I shove the crowbar into a gap and force it open. Underneath the hatch, I can see a ladder stretching down into darkness. Go down the ladder. A rusty ladder stretches up above me. There isn't anything of particular interest here. Move away. We have no map. This looks concerning. Is this the Theresia? It smells like rotting flesh. Or it's blood. The path extends out straight in front of me. The puddle of red liquid goes all the way to the end of the hallway. It really stinks. Is there something shining down there under that red liquid? Take a close look at the red liquid. There's something pointy. It looks like there's a key down at the bottom. I guess that's what was shining. Probe with crowbar. Just got my eyes trying to see through the liquid. There's something shining. Something metal, it looks like. There's something like a key down there at the bottom. I use the crowbar to try to reach for that thing at the bottom of the red liquid. Oh, we did it. Vein key. This key has a vein carved on it? I don't think we saw that one. It's a key after all. There's a pattern on it that looks kind of like veins. I put the key in my pocket. Why are there doors like this at the orphanage? In front of me, puddle of red liquid. The red liquid seems to be emitting some kind of gas as well as a terrible smell. Path curves and continues on down the hall. The red liquid covers the floor for the entire length of the hallway. Can't go through here like this. Whole hallway is drenched in red liquid. I don't think I can go through it without special shoes. Not having a map is troublesome. No, curve in the path. I'm gonna get lost. Falling rubble throws dust up into the air. It's been destroyed, but it looks like this used to be a bed. A dust-covered sheet is spread out on the wooden platform. Looks like there are some pieces of colored paper on the sheet. There's something on the sheets. Map. Oh, thank goodness. It shows rooms on this floor and a record of where I've been. Is this a map of this area? If I took this path, I'm probably in this room right now. This map should make my life a little easier. Some filthy white cloth has been wrapped around the crumbled wood. This looks like some kind of bed. I wonder who was living here. There's a lot of rubble scattered about. Destruction surrounding me makes me think of horrible, violent things. There's nothing else on the sheets. Oh, we got a 2x4. There's a strong piece of wood in the rubble. I pick it up. Ow! The bed was a trap. The moment I touch the rubble, I hear a loud crack and an arrow flies toward me. It hits my body with a wet thud. I let out a strangled grunt. Okay, for this way. I feel like our footsteps should be making a different noise again. There's a faint smell of dirt. I can see some dark dirt through a crack in the floor. The tip of a blade protrudes from the dirt like some sort of cold steel blade of grass. It's probably some sort of kind of trap. Well, we know what we have to do. The moment I touch the knife buried in the ground, it shoots up at me. The little blood I have left begins to pour out of my body. There isn't anything of particular interest here. How's the bag? It's a large leather bag. This bag is really bulky. I wonder what's inside. Open bag, reach for bag. Okay, reach for bag. Reach for the bag. Grab the bag and try to pick it up. I pull on the bag with all my might. It begins to move. As I lift it, the chair it was sitting on raises up. The chair had a knife. The blade hidden in the ground flies up at me. What little blood I have left gushes out of my body. Try to pick it up. Seems oddly heavy considering its size. I guess there's some sort of weight in the bottom of this bag. Oh. We're gonna die. Blade hidden in the bag comes at me. Oh, we died. My head feels dizzy. My body doesn't respond correctly. I can't die like this. Despite my resistance, I feel myself slip into darkness. Will we get the mouth picture again? Yep. This guy's very mouth focused. That's so bright. Well, it just did it automatically. I move the chair and the blade buried in the ground explodes up toward me. Oh, the pain. Oh, we're gonna try and knock it off the chair. Grab the bag, try to pick it up. I didn't say pick it up, I said knock it over. I'll pause while we reload. I'll try just opening it this time. There's a zipper on the top of the bag, but it appears to be broken. Metal zipper teeth are jammed together too well. I don't think I can open this zipper. The bag's just leather. If I had a knife or something sharp, I could probably cut it open. And I don't think we have whatever it wants, because it won't let us use our shard, probably. All that, and we have to leave. Turned me around automatically. Carpeted underground cave. There's a small square hole in the wall covered with a grating. Is this a vent? This dark abyss just keeps on going. If I crouch down, I think I can make it through here. There are several rusty bars embedded in the wall. I grab the bars and pull as hard as I can. The bars moved a little, but I don't think I can pull them out. The frame is bolted in very well. Oh, it's a crowbar. Pry open with crowbar. Wedge the crowbar into the gap. Managed to pry it open. front of me is a long, narrow, dark hole. Oh, might as well. There's a red cage in this room. There's a bunch of things on the other side lined up next to each other. The wall on the other side of the bars has been carved out to make several shelves. Can I open it? Can't get to what's inside unless I can get past these bars. A torch? There are piles of rubble on both sides of the iron bars. I can see something shiny in the rubble. Probe around the rubble until I feel something hard. I pick it up. Oh, it's just an elixir. Another elixir. Elixir was buried in this pile of rubble. Looks like there's something behind the red cage. There's some red papers inside the cage. Very helpful. Oh great, it's not opening automatically. The farther I go, the more humid it gets. Water begins to collect on my skin. The rusty door is unlocked. On the other side of the door, I have a bad feeling about this. There's a screen covering the window. There's a bunch of dust or dirt or something stuck to the screen. It looks like there's a small room on the other side. I can't really see through the dust on the mesh. I can't tell what's in there. Can you break this? First door isn't locked. On the other side of the door, something very bad. Open the door. What choice do we have? Smoke begins to billow out from a device in the ceiling. I'm losing consciousness. Ow! Oh, we died instantly. My head feels dizzy. Body doesn't respond correctly. Okay, we're gonna pause. Think I can break this door if I use the crowbar, lift the crowbar, and swing down, aiming at the wooden door below. I accidentally clicked. So we're back in the kitchen. I was able to destroy the door. So you have to click at a very specific spot to shatter this door. There are several glasses inside the cabinet. I pick up one of the glasses and look at it. Glass covered in beautiful patterns. It looks like it could break very easily. It's a beautiful work of art with a pretty design. I look at the glass again and decide to take it with me. So yeah, I went all the way back to the bag thinking you could use the mirror shard. Drop glass. But actually you have to come up here and do this. I drop the glass and watch it shatter into pieces. Some of the pieces have very sharp edges. A piece of glass I broke earlier. It's sharp and could be used as a knife in a pinch. I decided to take a few of them with me. We just took one. I'm going to pause while we go back to the bag, because that's a long trip. Another glass shard. Sash with glass shard. Take the sharp end of the shard of glass and dig it into the surface of the bag. I managed to make a small cut in the surface of the bag. That cut is big enough for me to shove the crowbar in and force the bag open. It takes a while, but I'm able to get the bag open. I look inside the bag. Gas mask. A mask that can protect the wearer from gases. It's large and uncomfortable. There's a large and bulky thing that looks like a mask of some kind. I think it's a gas mask. After examining the gas mask, I decided to take it with me. And we know where we have to use that, so pause in while we trek the halls. Okay, let's try putting our gas mask on. Put on the gas mask. Out of the room. Smoke billows out. Is this poisonous? I ducked down instinctively. If I had some sort of filtering mask, I could breathe in the smoke. I think I should be okay for a short time. I decided to look around the room with the mask on. There are some bulky-looking boots sitting on the bed. Oh, I know we need those. Something sitting on the bed. I pick it up. Pick it up, O-P. Waterproof boots. Sturdy boots. I think they may have been designed for military use. These are boots. Are they military boots? They look pretty tough. Are these military boots? I look at them. I look at the boots and decide to take them with me. There's some writing. Someone has scrawled some words across. We were finally able to create a cure for Epicari. We're heading back up to the surface where we will do our best to cure the infected. I've left this note behind in case we fail. I've hidden the cure in the basement of this facility. It's getting hard to breathe. I think that's enough. I run out of the room and quickly close the door behind me. I was worried the whole basement would have filled with gas, but the smoke is slowly disappearing. The gas slowly disperses into the air and disappears. Gosh, they could not have made this area more tedious to traverse. Like, it's bad enough having the long walkways, but, like, you couldn't have made them, like, not all jagged. There's the boots. Put on the boots. Go in the hallway. Step into a hallway flooded with liquid. Under the ladder. Cold wind blows down on me from above my head. Go up the ladder. I take off my boots and begin climbing up the ladder. I should probably keep those on. As I climb, I get an ominous feeling in the pit of my stomach. I happen to glance down at the ladder I'm holding onto. Eep! The ladder is purple. I immediately put on my gas mask. The farther up I go, the more purple the ladder gets. Keep going. I reach the next floor. The ladder goes up inside of the building. Gosh, this is a huge looking area, but I think we've been here before. This looks like, yeah, this is the upper half of that part we were in before. Involuntarily, I start to shudder. That eerie purple substance covers everything. I push the gas mask against my face. I know something bad will happen to me if I inhale even a little bit of this purple air. The Epicari virus pollutes this entire building. Aren't we already infected? Got some action music. It's probably the only door we can interact with. I go through a stained door into the room. All the pieces of paper scattered about have some kind of information on them. As far as I can tell, this place had something to do with medicine. I look through all the paper scattered around the room. All of the pieces of paper, things written on them. Why is it that I have such a bad feeling? I scavenge around on the ground, picking up all the paper. I pick up one of them and find myself transported to memories I thought I'd lost. Confinement of the infected. Yes, that's necessary. They've become hostile. They will easily commit murder, as that may lead. Not only that, they will die. They will hurt themselves and die. Let's chain them up. You chaining up the children? Franz? So was he wearing the mask from that room? Why are you giving me that look? Don't tell me. Do you think I'm infected? No, Franz, I'm sure you're fine. That can't be. Ha 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 ha. When I come back to my senses, I realize there's a piece of paper in my hands. January 13th, XX44, expansion. 3 of the staff members that were disposing the bodies have died. 2 of them were infected and killed the 3rd, then committed suicide. Epicari is rapidly spreading. An infected person becomes hostile and starts to attack people. And lately, Franz started to wear a mask. He should be in the storage room investigating the roots of Epicari and trying to find a treatment. Is he infected? I saw him wandering around the building with a hand axe. All kinds of instruments next to the bed. They look like they were for some kind of examination. The instruments don't respond when I flip the switch. What switch? Something that looks like a curtain is draped around the room. It's a creepy shade of purple. I will probably look at the walkthrough just because this seems to be the only room we can enter. The curtains have been stained an eerie color and have an odd texture. The cloth has been torn to shreds and doesn't have its original shape. And apparently there's nothing else in this room. This room's taking a really cool look. It's all neon, like we're playing laser tag. More vine doors. We've reached the caves. It's cold, painfully so. As I enter the room, I notice that something about the air feels different. Purple stains, epicari. The virus is solidifying. There's no doubt this place is dangerous, very dangerous. I feel like puking. My body doesn't want to be here. It looks like there was a plastic covering on the shelf, but it's been destroyed. It looks like something melted it. I can see a bottle I've seen before through the crack. The bottle is full of some kind of purple slime. Purple stains must have come from this bottle. Looks like there was plastic covering. Of course we have to touch it. Ow! Something cold and evil spreads throughout my body. My scream echoes off the walls. I don't think I should touch this. Well, we already did, though. As I go deeper in, the purple sludge gets darker and more prevalent. This air is cold and eerie. I can hear a tingling sound coming from my skin. Creepy. I think I'll need more than just a gas mask if I want to keep going. I look into the mirror shard. I can feel myself slowly losing consciousness. This place is dangerous. Let's keep going. Perfect. It's more darker. Yeah, so we had to jump back here because we are missing an important key item. First, let's look at this. There's a paper stuck to the metal bars. Vaccine Theresia. That's what the paper says. There's a piece of paper on the front of the iron bar as I touch the paper. Vaccine Theresia. I stare at the words. I grab the bars and stare at the piece of paper. Vaccine Theresia. Vaccine Theresia. It's finally done. That horrid purple. This medication will fight against the epicari virus. I will name it after her. I will call the red medicine Theresia. Are you ready? We can save everyone with this. Why? I thought I could save everyone. Why are soldiers here? No, stop. What are you doing? We have a treatment. You don't have to burn them. Stop. Listen to me. Beautiful things are ugly, and ugly things are beautiful. I finally found it. Stop. Don't kill them. Why? Why? We finally have a treatment. I snap out of my flashback and realize I'm holding some paper. January 20, XX44, Vaccine Theresia. We finally did it, a treatment that will stop epicari. The DNA needed for the treatment came from an unexpected place. The infected people are suffering, but they're still hostile. Theresia was our last hope. We put the treatment in a syringe and ran out of the lab, but at the same time, soldiers with flamethrowers showed up. They came back to get rid of the infected people. And us. Martel and I are hiding right now. That's, like, so sad. So apparently we need to use the vein key here. Which sucks. I took out the key with the veins on it and inserted it. Hair click and feel the lock move. The door is unlocked. So yeah, they Most of the children were killed via flamethrower, and that's what's going on in the cafeteria. The wall on the other side of the bars has been carved out to look like a shelf. I open the bar door, doing my best to avoid the red beads. There are a bunch of syringes on the shelf. Each syringe is filled with red beads of Theresia. Pick one up. I'd be taking all of them. Red beads. The first time I touched these, the pain almost knocked me out. It didn't feel like a cut or a scrape, but something much deeper. Just pain. But the red beads are supposedly the vaccine for that purple virus. Vaccine Theresia. Vaccine Theresia. Theresia. These red beads are a treatment for the Epicari virus. I decide to take this Theresia with me. And we are going to save again while we make the 20-hour-long trek back to where we were before. Thick purple goop. Just being here is making me sick. I feel like I'm going to vomit. So we will use one elixir just to see what it's like, and because our life is that low. I drink the elixir into my body. This will heal me. I'll save this until I really need it. The pain begins to fade away, and I start to feel a little better. Now let's save. I don't have to do all that back and forth again. We took more damage because we tried to go up the ladder without putting the gas mask back on. Vaccine Theresia. The moment I touch it, an indescribable pain shoots through my body. However, this red bead is the virus vaccine. You have to use it! I close my eyes and place the syringe with Theresia in it against my skin. I push the needle through my skin and into a vein. I am very scared of the red bead. Why have I? The immense pain I feel when I touch the red bead. Why was it so horrifying and painful? I do not know. I inject the red bead into my body. I feel no pain, but the black orb that emerges from the depths of my chest feels like a black hole, a sense of defeat that bubbles up from the bottom of my soul. For a little while, I just stand there letting drool drip down my face. As I go deeper in, the purple sludge gets darker and more prevalent. I walk through the purple darkness. My feet splash in liquid covering the floor. We got the vaccine, we're fine. The purple stains have gotten even darker. There's purple gunk dripping down all around me. Looks a lot like vomit. I move forward, doing my best to avoid the purple gunk. I realize I've walked into a corner. There's a broken statue of a female figure. There's a pendant on her neck. There's a small key on the end of her pendant. There's a pendant hung around her neck. On the end of the pendant is a small key. The pendant chain is short. I can't get it off of her. Really strong, too, so I can't just rip it off, either. Unless I can think of something. I'm not going to be able to get this pendant and its key. Alright, crowbar, your time to shine. The pendant around her neck has a small key. I ready my crowbar, aim at the statue of the lady, and swing as hard as I can. The statue's head flies off, falls to the ground, and rolls to a stop. As I reach for the pendant, I realize I'm breathing hard. I take a moment to catch my breath. Heart key. This key has a heart carved on it. Hanging from the pendant is a key with a design that looks like a human heart. I shove the pendant into my pocket. I think that's enough. I feel a chill run down my spine and out through my whole body. I spin around and head back toward the door to the hallway. You know, you could just take me all the way back to where this key needs to get used. Because again, it's a really long trek. Walk. There's the ladder. We need to get all the way back up to the orphanage. Should be fine here. I remove my gas mask and take a deep breath. There's red liquid all over the ground. I think I need to put the boots on again. Again, I wish they would just do this automatically. Put on the boots. So I think we're really close to the end of the game. So I'd like to finish it this recording, but we're also getting close to 50 minutes. Plus, I assume that there's a diary thing. And I don't know how long that is. It shouldn't be this long. Should be fine here. Take off my boots. Come on, let's go. so sad about all these doors we never got to go through. Probably just generic patient rooms and bedrooms, but still. Use heart key. I insert the heart key into the keyhole and turn. I hear a click and feel the lock move. The door is unlocked. Just go all the way to the right. The frick is this room? Something about this smells nostalgic. Looks freaky. The stone board has some writing on it. When Jean died, what were you doing? You left everything to her and prayed? If you forget your sins, you will face judgment. These blades? There's a huge blade on the desk. It looks like a sword. Behind the hatch is an empty cavity. If I open the hatch, I think the sword will move. There's writing on the desk. Numbers have been carved into it. Do you remember that day? 127. There's a huge blade on the desk. It looks just like a sword. Behind the hatch is an empty cavity. Well, we have to trigger it at least once. Reach for the desk. It's a pretty heavy hatch. I grab the hatch with both hands and lift with all my strength. That is like a Wolverine claw. A giant one. As the hatch begins to move, a sword swings down at me. It's too fast. I can't dodge it. The sword tears through my flesh, taking some with it. You could have at least got whatever the item was. Okay. So, we have to pick the one with the right date. And this one is Christmas, which is the day Jean died, so... I did remember that. I actually had to re-record this little segment. I don't set off the sword trap this time and managed to pull the hatch open. There's something inside. It's a small cross. Children's key. A key shaped like a cross. Children is written on the cross in red. This looks like a key. Children is written on the key in red letters. I take a look at it and decide to take it with me. Go east? Yeah, like I got the key and then realized it wasn't recording. This path is warm. Something about the trees and rocks here makes me feel nostalgic. What trees and rocks? The stone board has some writing on it. What did you do when your friend started covering his face with the strange mask? Were you scared of his actions? Did you constantly doubt him? If you forget your sins, you will face judgment. We cheat. Because I don't remember when Franz started wearing that mask. I'm just going to look at the walkthrough for this, just because we're short on time. Friend key. Key shaped like a cross. Friend is written on the cross. And the final one. Should be the back left. The stone board has some writing on it. You gave birth to the demon and feared the consequences of your sin. You touched the skin of a woman and it healed you. If you forget your sins, you will face judgment. Lover's key. Pretty much same thing, just as lovers instead of anything else. Let's get out of here. I don't think this is the exit. There should be at least one more room we have to go to. Nothing is appearing. Okay, what am I missing? I gotta go pause, see what I'm missing. Okay, so apparently this is the door, and that thing up there is just nothing. Weird. The air here is very still. The door is clearly different than from that of other rooms. What's on the other side of this door? There are 3 small holes in this lock. They look like keyholes. Probably wouldn't open unless I put 3 keys in it. Use friend's key. On this lock there are 3 keyholes. I take the key with the word friends written on it and put it in a keyhole. Hear a click and feel the lock move. It's probably going to be the same for all of them. Children's key. Lover's key. Trying to think how close we are to the end of this game. So I think I am going to end this part here, just because when you factor in actually beating the game and doing the diary and then just reading the album contents, it's probably going to take longer. So next video should be the last. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!